They forgot who I was. I had to remember who God created me to become. They forgot who I was. More importantly, I forgot who I could become. Not because my potential disappeared, because distractions became louder than my purpose. Potential isn't lost. It is buried beneath comfort, excuses, fear, unfinished work, and waiting for permission that was never required. Every great life is built in seasons. No one applauds. The world celebrates the harvest. Heaven watches the planting. Every meaningful dream demands suffering. Every worthwhile mission demands sacrifice. Every lasting legacy demands consistency. Sweat, failure, loneliness, discipline, repetition. These are not punishments. They are tuition. The version of you capable of carrying greater responsibility must first be forged from greater resistance. Stop waiting for the feeling. Motivation is temporary. Commitment survives emotion. The days you feel unstoppable don't define you. The mornings you don't want to move. The nights when nothing seems to be working. The weeks when no one notices. Those moments reveal your identity. Commitment is honoring the promise you made after the excitement has disappeared. The greatest victories are built on ordinary days, repeated extraordinarily well. Make the comeback personal. Not to prove them wrong, to prove your creator right. There was a reason you were given your gifts. There was a reason you survived what broke others. There was a reason your story feels different. Your comeback isn't revenge, it's responsibility. Some people chase applause. The remnant chases obedience because purpose weighs more than popularity. Build the infrastructure before the influence. Everyone wants visibility. Few build capacity. Your future isn't determined by your dreams. It is determined by your systems, daily routines, financial discipline, learning, relationships, execution. Inspiration starts movements. Infrastructure sustains them. The people who change communities rarely move the fastest. They simply refuse to stop moving because comfortable with the lonely chapter. Become comfortable with the lonely chapter. This is a season where old environments no longer fit, but your future hasn't arrived yet. You are suspended between identities. This season feels lonely because growth separates before it connects. Don't confuse isolation with abandonment. Seeds grow underground before anyone celebrates the tree. Sometimes being hidden is preparation, not punishment. Win quietly. The loudest people are rarely the busiest. Mastery grows in silence. While others argue, study. While others complain, build. While others scroll, create. While others seek attention, develop competence. Skill compounds. Attention fades. Discipline creates freedom. Freedom isn't doing whatever you want. Freedom is becoming someone capable of choosing what matters. Your habits become your future. Small actions repeated daily create extraordinary outcomes. Every workout, every page read, every conversation improved, every promise kept. These become the architecture of your destiny. Respect resistance. Resistance is information. Failure exposes weaknesses. Success hides. Every setback asks one question. What must this version of you become next? Losing is not the opposite of winning. Refusing to learn is. Every obstacle either becomes your excuse or your education. Eliminate internal noise. Not every notification deserves your attention. Not every opinion deserves your emotion. Not every opportunity deserves your time. Silence is productive. Stillness reveals direction. When the world grows louder, become quieter. Clarity lives where distraction dies. Greatness is boring. People think excellence is intensity. Usually it's repetition. Do the fundamentals again. Doing the fundamentals again and again and again until excellence becomes automatic. Champions are built long before championships appear. Build a bulletproof mind. Your circumstances are temporary. Your identity is a decision. You don't rise to your intentions. You fall to your systems. Train your thinking the same way athletes train their bodies. Protect your attention. Protect your peace. Protect your standards. The strongest person in the room is often the calmest. The extra 5. When your mind says you're finished, there is usually more. One more call, one more page, one more proposal, one more workout, one more prayer, one more difficult conversation, one more act of discipline. Growth begins where comfort ends. Remember why. Not everyone is called to build something that outlives them. If you are, understand the cost. You'll be misunderstood. You'll be You'll sacrifice comfort. You'll lose people. You'll question yourself. You'll rebuild more than once. But if the mission is real, you won't quit because the work becomes part of who you are. The Remnant Code. I refuse to measure my life by applause. I measure it by obedience. I refuse to compete with others. I compete with yesterday's version of myself. I refuse to waste my gifts waiting for certainty. Action creates clarity. I refuse to allow fear to decide my future. Faith moves forward first. Faith moves first. Discipline follows. Results eventually arrive. I will build when no one notices. I will learn when no one teaches. I will lead before anyone follows. I will prepare before opportunities knock. I will become the kind of person my future requires, not because success is guaranteed, but because excellence is my responsibility. The final reminder. One day people will say, you changed overnight. They won't see the years, the mornings no one witnesses, the prayers no one heard, the failures no one applauded, the habits no one celebrated. They'll call it luck. You'll know it was preparation. Because greatness is rarely one defined moment. It is thousands of faithful decisions stacked so consistently that eventually the world can no longer ignore them. Remember this. Your legacy will not be determined by the size of your dreams, but by the faithfulness of your daily disciplines. Build the person, build the system, and the impact will follow.